Good Saturday evening, everybody. Guess what? We're ready to actually cook on Saturday evening. I mean, cook. So, I got some salmon that I am going to cook it, start out, so I need to cook it. I'm going to wet season this, and what I mean by that, I'm going to, all of my ingredients instead of dry, pour it on dry. I'm going to put a teaspoon of lemon pepper, well, 2 teaspoons, sorry. Couple teaspoons of my complete season. I can sit right here in the pan and show you what I'm doing. Couple teaspoons of complete seasoning. Okay. And then I'm going to put me a teaspoon of garlic powder. I don't know if I upload that video or not where I told you that I was going to start using Smart Start instead of so much butter. So I'm going to attempt to cook this in some Smart Start. I'm going to pan fry it like I always do instead of oil or butter. I'm going to try Smart Start and see what we come up with, and then I'm just going to steam some rice, and I've got a couple of green beans left over here and some salad in the fridge, and that's about it. I just need to go ahead and cook this salmon today because it thawed out, so I don't want to refreeze it. So I'm not even sure how Smart Start melts out, but what I'm going to do, go ahead and do right now, is put some about a fourth of about a cup of a fourth of a cup rather of water in my dry seasoning. Oh, one thing I forgot to put in there, some of my dry chicken bouillon seasoning in there. We're going to just drop a little bit of that in there. We're going to see what it tastes like. Just mix it all up good. And all I'm going to do is put it in this pan here, and I'm going to let the fish sort of marinate in it for a minute or two. Because I want that seasoning all the way through. I could put me a little, I'm just going to put a little taste of salt. It's not salt, that's pepper, y'all. I'm going to put about a half teaspoon of salt in there. You know, salmon, you don't have to do a whole lot to it. Okay. Make sure I have a, okay. I keep bumping the camera. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pour that seasoning into my pan just like so. And I'm just going to simply take my salmon out of this packaging. These are Sam Club's salmon strips. I think I got about 8 of them. I'm just going to cook the whole bag. This is a 3-pound bag. I'm just going to cook it. Trust me, it will get eaten up. Put it on the flesh side first. Just sort of lay it in there like so. I'm going to let them sort of stack them so I have enough room to get all of them done. Let's turn the pan maybe that. Yeah, you can see it better if I turn the pan. How about that for an angle? Okay. One of these days I'm going to get me a professional setup, but it won't be today or anytime soon, probably. And by anytime soon, I mean like in the next week or so, but in the near future, y'all. I'm going to get everything I need to do professional recording. I've got a friend that has a studio. She talked to me about it. I think she said external, I believe it is the term, external microphone. I've got to catch her at home and see what she's got. She's going to come, and I'm going to try to get her to come and show me how that works out and see if that's something that I can use with my camera. I'm not going to just prematurely up and buy stuff just on anybody's word, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so now all the fish has been marinated with the with marinade. And so I'm just going to let it sit there just a couple of minutes so everything soaks in really good. And I'll go ahead and get my Smart Start out. I used to use, in fact, my husband liked Smart Start. I just cannot for the life of me remember how it melts down. I don't know if you know, margarine doesn't melt. It bubbles and turns into little balls and start rolling across the pan. Because I think the oil content is, there's no oil content. I think it's synthetic is probably why it does that. So we're going to see. But this Smart Start is supposed to be very good as far as, you know, no cholesterol, all the good things. Supposed to be good stuff. So we're going to find out today. And of course, I'm going to saute some onions. I'm going to have lots of onions on this fish because we want it. Because I'm just going to serve it over some rice, and basically that's going to be in the veggie is going to be the onions pretty much. And like I said, I got some tossed green salad I can do. Some people say that tossed salad does not go with fish. I say anything that you like goes with anything else that you like. How about that? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start getting the rest of my cooking prep done, but just in the beginning, and this is going to sit no more than about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and see what we're going to do about getting this on the table. And of course, I already got my Jasmin. Y'all know I got Jasmin rice, don't you? Some Jasmin rice that I seasoned with some of that chicken bouillon. I'm going to throw some of that Smart Start in it, and I think I'm going to put it in the pan and just lay that fish on top with those onions. That's going to be good, y'all. Hold on. Okay, here we go, y'all. I've cut my onions in ringlets, and I've seasoned them with, of course, garlic powder, some complete seasoning, and a little lemon pepper seasoning, and black pepper. And I've put about a couple tablespoons of my Smart Start. I guess you call it my oil or butter, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know how to call it. Well, it's called Smart Start. I'm going to put these in the microwave for about 5 minutes and let that butter melt real good. And then we're going to incorporate them into the salmon. Look what I found hiding out in the refrigerator. I'm going to slice it up and throw it in with the onions. It's going right on the fish. Okay, here we go, y'all. It's time to get the fish in the pan. That grease is trying to be popping. Popping, y'all. It's popping. Must be a little bit of water that got over in there. I don't know. Anyway, I don't have the skillet real hot, but I'm gonna put a couple tablespoons of that Smart Start, and we're gonna find out just how it melts. If it melts like real butter or acts like oil or whatever. Doing pretty good so far. It's melting like oil. I'm telling you, I've used it before, but I just cannot remember how it melted out for me. Okay, seems to be doing pretty good. So what I'm going to start doing here, because I know this pan is hot, I'm going to go ahead and lay those fillets in there. I know I'm not going to get them all in at one time, so I'll just do half and half. Okay? And one more. I'll just do 4. I got 8 of them. Those are nice big ones. Like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and cook all of them because I'm sure they will be eaten up before our eyes close tonight. Seemingly, the Smart Start is cooking pretty good, and I like that. I like that. I think I've latched back onto something. I can remember my husband, he used to always buy it. Now, I can't remember why I stopped using it. At any rate, we're going to do that. I got my veggies all steamed up over there on the side. And when I get done with them, I'm going to put the rice in the pan, lay those fillets on top, and smother it with my veggies. Okay. Okay. As you can see, those veggies are nice and steamed up there already. I just wanted to do that. That's just another little shortcut because this is one of those days that I really had not planned on being in the kitchen. So when I can think of little shortcut ways to do things, amazing how your mind works in it when you're doing stuff that you really didn't intend to do, but you know you got to do it anyway. So anyway, got that going. This meal, start to finish, I'm going to say 35-40 minutes. not even an hour. And according to my calculations, I would consider that a quick meal. The most time-consuming thing, well, nothing was really time-consuming, actually. So 35, 40 minutes. Is all that this meal is going to take us this evening. Hope y'all are having a great Saturday afternoon. Oh, guess what I stumbled on? Well, I won't say stumbled on. Guess what I forgot that I was supposed to be doing earlier. Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Juneteenth, but it's a celebration in Black history where it has to do with being emancipated and freedom and people getting together, doing festive things. Around here, there's a park that everybody gathers in, and this was the first Juneteenth that we've done here in my city. Okay, I had a little flub there. But anyway, as I was saying about Juneteenth, this is a day that slavery was abolished back in 1865, and it happened on the 19th of June. And it's been a celebration that many folk still to this day carry out. And usually it's celebrated just about like the 4th of July, something like that. You get together, celebrate, cook food. And here today, this marks our first annual, and I was so excited about it. The base got involved, Seymour Johnson got involved, and some people that I know. And I almost missed the event because I was here doing, trying to edit videos and stuff like that, and just taking care of stuff around the house, thinking that the celebration was going to last throughout the evening. However, it was from 10 till 3, and when I talked to some people once I got out there, they said, well, since this was the first one, they wanted to see how it went, and it went quite well. I was able to talk to a couple of people who were in the food business, a big food truck business, and a local food truck business. Yeah, I always enjoy whenever I go out. If I see people doing food, I'm always curious about what kind of food they were doing. I was disappointed because by the time I got there, they were closing up. I got there right at 3 o'clock when they were shutting down, and I had anticipated in my mind when Kareem reminded me when he left out that it was going to be that it had already started. And I'm just thinking in my mind, sure, it's a beautiful day, not that hot out, so 6 o'clock I'm sure. So if I go out there from 3 to about 4, I'll be doing good. Got there, it was all over. I was so hurt. One of the young gentlemen that had a food truck, it's called Southern Catering Company. Now, he had this big pig on the side of that truck, and he had, I mean, it was just a huge truck, and I was just saying to myself, I know they had brisket. I'm just going to be ready to cry if I miss the brisket. Sure enough, he had the brisket. He had the brisket. So anyway, I stopped and spoke to him and thanked him for being part of our community celebration, because he was out of another town, not too far from here, but nonetheless. But anyway, and then I went on and I saw another truck. I thought, I bet they had turkey barbecue. Sure enough, they had turkey barbecue. They're called Justos. And I missed that too. So by the time I got home, I was ready to eat some real food. So I thought, you know what, that salmon had thawed out, so I'm going to cook me some good old homemade salmon. See, I like good home-cooked tasting food anyway. So, but it was a great day for us around here to celebrate Juneteenth. I hope wherever you are that maybe you celebrated Juneteenth, or that you even have ever heard of Juneteenth. Something I've always wanted to be a part of. I've gone to a celebration a few years back, but I've never helped to organize. I did not get involved in it this year because I had far too many things going on already. So someone had asked me earlier in the year, and I had to bow out because, you know, like I say, you have to know when to sort of bow out of stuff a little bit, not overextend. So I like to be at my best in whatever I'm doing. So I don't like to overextend myself. But next year, I look forward to being a part of Juneteenth in my town. Again, if you went to a Juneteenth celebration or have been to one, give me some feedback on this video. I'd like to hear, even if you got some ideas or some thoughts or some things that you saw that were unique in how Juneteenth was celebrated wherever you were. So, anywho, that's what I've been out and about doing. So, of course, I saw Kareem that because some of his friends were selling T-shirts, because that's the kind of thing they do. They have vendors, food vendors, different clothing, hats, T-shirts, all those kind of things. They had the what do you call it? The Italian ice and the ices and all. I miss all the food, y'all. So anyway, I look forward next year to being a part of Juneteenth. Okay, it's about time to take these out, I think. I want to dry them out. I want them nice and moist. Just flip them one more time. While that, I put some more butter in there. Well, Smart Start. I put a little bit more Smart Start in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and get them out. I mean, this Smart Start is doing beautiful. I've been just pondering in my mind, what made me stop using Smart Start? I can't remember. I just simply don't remember what made me stop using it. But they're browning my fish nicely. I mean, it's not burning. And I got the heat up, a little bit, almost to medium high, which is not bad because butter. I couldn't do this with butter, y'all. As Barbara would say, that seasoning is brilliant. Yummy, y'all. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm going to go ahead and start taking it out of the pan. And I'll get my next batch in. Let that one sit there. Got those 3 out. And I've got 4 more to put in there. I'm gonna let that one. That piece there is kind of nice and thick. Now that's the piece I want because I'll just eat that one piece with my rice, and I'll be done. Just because that's a nice thick piece. I'm just gonna leave it in there and let it cook a little bit longer. Okay. Like I said, I got this skillet on medium high, and this Smart Start is doing. I'm just gonna have to look and see. I know it's a good product though, like I said, because my husband loved it. So this is gonna be my staple for cooking. Let's see. There's no cholesterol, and that's what I'm working on. No cholesterol. I don't need cholesterol in my life, y'all. No cholesterol. Just 4% of sodium. No carbs. Yay! Of course, no proteins either. Saturated fat, 2.5 grams, which isn't bad. Total fat grams, 14%. That's not bad. So the ingredients are not really that bad. I mean, I don't reckon they're any better than anything else. I tell you what, these days, anything you put your mouth on, somebody's got something that they could find negative about it. So it's almost like the lesser of two evils when you eat these days. Kind of make you don't even want to. I'm not gonna put that lie out there because I don't know when I could say I didn't want to eat. I always want to eat something. Good food. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get that big one out. I don't want it to get all dried up. Get these moved over, and we're just going to let them cook. In about 5 minutes, these will be ready. This meal is just about there, y'all. Just once I get the fish done, I'm going to go ahead and throw those peppers and onions over, the zucchini and onions in there, saute them up a little bit, let them brown up a little bit, and we're going to be on the way to eating this. Okay, I got all the fish out. So now I got the onions and those zucchini, that one zucchini squash that I found. Got it in the pan. I told you some of those were crispy. I'm just going to turn that heat way up high and let them go for it for a minute or two in there. And then I'm going to put the rice in the bottom of the pan. And all the onions and everything is going to smother it. Going to smother it up. Okay, we're just going to let that go for about a couple minutes. Okay, I just had an epiphany. What I'm going to do, instead of putting that rice like that, like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and put my rice right in this pan and toss it a little bit, and then I'm going to put it in the pan and lay those salmon right on top. How about that? So that way I'll have my onions and my veggies all incorporated into my rice. It's going to be one of those quick one skillet dishes. You know how I make up stuff as we go along. Okay. The rice is seasoned. I cooked it with a little bit of salt. And I put some of that dry chicken bouillon. Everything's done. We're just mixing now, y'all. Get that good old jasmine rice out of there. About a cup and a half of jasmine rice. That's what I got in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss it real good. Okay. And then y'all know we'll make up some kind of a little drizzle to go over that. Something a little bit tangy. And that rice is going to be just right. Because I've got it seasoned really well. And just make sure you mix it up real good with your veggies. This is just something I decided to do. Just because I decided to do it. And this is one of those dishes that you can eat off this all day long. And of course, you know we got the flavor train tomorrow. If there's some left, we'll pull it out. See what happens. There's nothing like good old buttery rice. And this is just basically good buttered up, seasoned rice with a couple of veggies in it. And now I'm just going to taste of it, see if I need to put any more seasonings in it. It's not cooking now, y'all. That's perfect. Only thing I think I can put more is some of my this Smart Start has a good buttery flavor to it. Y'all know I love butter. I just love it. I love the flavor of butter. Just love that buttery flavor. Let's go ahead and stir. And just make sure you have your heat turned all the way off because it doesn't need to cook anymore. It is quite done. Quite done. That was a little bit of about a half teaspoon of garlic powder. I didn't put a lot of garlic in there to begin with, so we're good to go. This is so good, y'all. So good. That's wonderful. Wonderful, 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 y'all. And I think when I do my drizzle, I'm going to do something with a little substance to it. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my rice. You know what? I'm going to be able to use my pan that Mary Louise gave me. No, it's not going to be big enough. Keep it in. I got to put the fish on top of that. So, I don't think I'll have enough. But this is fine here, right? Just like it is. Put that rice in there. And get, that burner is still hot. I don't want anything sticking to the pan. I want everything out of this pan that's in this pan. Now I got to think about what kind of drizzle I want to go over that rice. What's going to complement that buttery, oh God, that jasmine rice flavor is so wonderful, y'all. Let me go off a minute and think about what I want to put in there. Okay, y'all, I have decided, okay, I needed a little bit of a sauce to go over the fish and rice. So what I did, of course, the bottom drippings out of the pan. All the other wet seasoning, the rest of that wet seasoning that I had left, threw it in the pan with some more of that smart seasoning. And now I'm letting it reduce down a little bit. Didn't have any flour, but guess what? I did have breadcrumbs. So the breadcrumbs is thickening it to just about the consistency that I wanted. I don't want it too thick, but I want it thick enough that it'll stick to the rice. So that's all there is to it. That's just another way. It's a type of gravy. So we're gonna pour this up. I used let's see, 3/4 of a cup of milk in here. Another tablespoon of the Smart Start, which is the margarine or butter. Ordinarily, you'd be using butter. Let's get all this out. Y'all know I don't like to leave one dribble in this pan. Not a dribble. Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do here, so that my rice is seasoned well and everything is tasty, that sauce is wonderful. I'm just going to take and do it like this. Do a little here. Not a lot, just a little. So it's under there. So when you help your plate, it's already well seasoned. And now, I'm going to take that salmon and just lay it right on top. We need our skin, please. Thank you so much. We're not trying to leave any skin. And there. You go there. You come right here, and then that big one is right there. Perfect. I needed to do all 8 pans to make a nice, beautiful dish there. So this is my pan-fried salmon on top of my onion zucchini rice. That's what we're going to call it. This is another test kitchen menu. I'm trying to clean up a little bit. Okay. Isn't that just beautiful? Now, this is just something I came up with off the top of my head because I need to go ahead and cook that fish. And plus, Kareem and I needed something to eat. Now, I'm just going to take that sauce and drizzle this fish. And you'll hear it still sizzling because my stove is still hot. But that's good, too, because I kind of sort of want a little steam coming up out of there. Because what I'm going to do is cover it. And I'm going to let it rest, as they say. So we're going to put through this fish. Just like so. Okay. It's almost done, y'all. It's almost done. It's almost there. And it's done. This fish and rice and zucchini and onion dish is done. I'm going to go ahead and I'll give you all the ingredients in it when I do my upload. Hope y'all enjoyed working with me on this deal. Didn't take all that long, did it? Okay. So, listen, y'all. On my video before this one, I think I talked about love. I'm still talking about love. It's one of the greatest things that we can do freely in this world. And in order for us to be able to pray for each other out of our hearts, we have to love one another as God has loved us, as He has forgiven us, as He has taught us to do. So, listen, y'all. This is one of those impromptu meals, but nonetheless, I enjoyed cooking it just as much as if I sat down all day and planned it out. And this is, I'm just going to say, this is one of my new dishes, too, because I didn't, this wasn't pre-planned, y'all. This was, by a long shot, was not pre-planned. So, you saw it first on my channel. What I'm going to do now is get my foil, put foil over it, and just wrap it and just let it sort of meld into itself. So listen, y'all, I love you guys so much. I thank y'all so much for tuning in and for your beautiful, wonderful comments. I thank you those of you who sent gifts to me. I thank y'all for everything that you do, for all of the encouragement that you give me, because certainly cooking is not an easy task. But the only reason why people probably think it seems easy to me is because I love to cook, but I'm still just as tired as anybody who didn't want to cook or who didn't like to cook. Cooking takes a lot of energy. I'm serious, it takes a lot of energy, but it's energy that I don't mind expending because I love to cook. So anyway, we got our veggie rice and salmon dish all done. So listen, y'all, love you guys. Hope you had the opportunity to participate in some kind of a Juneteenth activity today. If not, go read up on it. It's a great activity, and it goes across cultures, so it doesn't matter where you came from, who you are. It's still a good celebration to take part in. So, love you guys. Until I cook again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for your encouragement. And until I cook again, y'all, keep those prayers going up, please, 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 so the blessings will continue to come down and overtake us. Until we're going to pray until our blessings overtake us and every desire of our heart will be met, because the prayers of the righteous availeth much. So until I cook again, y'all, love you guys. Toodaloo.